Good morning to everybody. Distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, again, good morning and welcome to the ASEAN Foreign Ministers Retreat. On behalf of the Government of the Republic of the Philippines, I am honored to welcome you to this important gathering in Cebu, a city long known as a gateway for intercultural exchange and connection in Southeast Asia. Long before modern borders, Cebu has already been a crossroads of trade, ideas, and peoples. It is therefore a fitting place for our retreat today, which provides us with a valuable opportunity for candid, constructive, and forward-looking exchange of views on our region, on the key issues that our region is facing. This retreat, which is our first major meeting under the APSC pillar during the Philippine chairship, comes at a particularly pivotal moment for ASEAN as we begin implementing the ASEAN Community Vision, ACV 2045, which will guide our journey towards a shared vision of a resilient, innovative, dynamic, people-centered ASEAN community in the next 20 years. As ASEAN chair, the Philippines situates its stewardship firmly within this shared long-term vision. Guided by our chairship theme, Navigating Our Future Together, we aim to ensure that ASEAN strategic goals are translated into concrete, people-centered outcomes. In this regard, our chairship is anchored on three main priorities, or what we call the three Ps: peace and security anchors, prosperity corridors, and people empowerment. This reflects our belief that stability, growth, and human security must move forward hand in hand. This year also carries particular significance as we mark the 50th anniversary of the ASEAN Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia, which we call TAC. The Philippines attaches great importance to this milestone, noting that the TAC is a cornerstone of ASEAN's political and security architecture. It has provided the foundations for peace, stability, and cooperation in our region by enshrining principles that remain just as relevant today: respect for sovereignty, non-interference, peaceful settlement of disputes, and the renunciation of force or the use of force. Its growing community of high contracting parties, now at 58, stands as a testament to the treaty's relevance not only in ASEAN but well beyond our region. We look forward to commemorating this milestone together with all of you in July here in the Philippines as a reaffirmation of our collective commitment to these enduring principles. Under the leadership of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., the Philippines remains firmly committed to these same principles. We continue to uphold international law, principles enshrined in the TAC and the UN Charter, and respect for ASEAN centrality as the foundations of our foreign policy. These principles guide how we pursue peace and stability, economic resilience, and people-centered development across all our three community pillars. As we begin today's discussions, I wish to preface this by zeroing in on the core reality. Security challenges facing ASEAN have not only grown, but have also evolved and diversified. The global geopolitical security environment has not only become more challenging, but it's also become more complex and interconnected. Across our region, we continue to see tensions at sea, protracted internal conflicts, and unresolved border and humanitarian concerns. At the same time, developments beyond Southeast Asia, including unilateral actions that carry cross-regional implications, continue to affect regional stability and erode multilateral institutions and the rules-based international order. Taken together, these realities underscore the enduring importance of ASEAN's time-honored principles of restraint, dialogue, and adherence to international law in seeking to preserve peace and stability to our peoples. Our meeting today allows us to collectively take stock of ASEAN's priorities and exchange views on regional and global developments that directly affect us. The Philippines stands ready to work closely with all ASEAN member states, the ASEAN Secretariat, and our external partners to ensure that our chairship year delivers meaningful and practical benefits for the ASEAN community. I wish us all a productive and meaningful AMS retreat. Thank you very much.